So this is how the classroom looked when I came in that first day. This is 2 days before the kids will come. The teacher had already come in and kind of like took all the plastic down, and I was just showing kind of like, I don't want to say the chaos, but the hot mess of a classroom we still had to do. A lot of things to do, labels, boards, everything. So this is an overview, and I'm going to be snipping the camera a few times because a lot of teachers were coming in to kind of get some inspiration. We kind of do it all to each other. We tour each other's classrooms to get ideas. So the camera will be definitely in and out and very choppy, but I'm going to try to film as much as I can. Good morning. I'm back. Welcome to my channel, if you're new. I am Carla. In the classroom, I go by Miss Carla, and I work with pre-K, and I'm just setting up the classroom for the year, or helping set up, whatever. This is my 3rd year as a teacher's assistant, and I just love all things organization and arts and crafts, pretty much. So a lot of things happening today. I have to do the bulletin board outside. We're not going to be finished with the door decoration until we have pictures of the kids, so we'll probably do that the first day of school. And the rest of the labels need to go up for the entire classroom, pretty much, and like all the centers and stuff. So I need to put that up and then get our lives together. We were gonna do a meet the teachers page and stuff, so I'll just demonstrate on myself how that's gonna be done, but I'm excited. Tomorrow's the first day of school, and for pre-K we usually do 2 days of a half a day, so it's kind of a calm day, no rest time or anything like that, so we're gonna see how it goes. All right. So I started by measuring the door, which honestly it's something that I don't usually do, but it's more annoying to try to put the paper up and then cut it out afterwards. So I just measure it on the floor and then cut it on the floor and tape it up afterwards. It's just something that works at this point. However, I know how simple measuring looks, but I'm a little bit on the flip side when it comes to measuring. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't that accurate, and you can see later on that I definitely screw up a few times with the papers. So moving on to the lettering, of course, there's some times where this machine works and sometimes it doesn't. And it screwed up the letters at first when I made them really large. However, I just went and changed it to medium. And so I had all my letters. And this is a door decoration that's gonna be chicka chicka boom boom. I am in a French dual language class with the teacher I work with being French speaking. We both decided let's make it easier on ourselves and pick the same door design we did last year. So I already had the titles ready to go. However, it's a new set of kids, so I needed the new letters for the beginning of their names. And so this is the best invention, which is that machine, so I don't have to write it out myself and cut it. So on each letter, I'm just writing each kid's name. On either side of the letter, I'm gonna make sure that the kid's picture is going to be up there next to it so that people know from the outside who's who, and the kids can identify themselves and their friends on the door. As I mentioned previously, this was the door decoration from last year during September, and I just took off some of the backing that I'm guessing got stuck, and whatever was left I kind of pretty much taped up on the new door we have. These were the letters that I used with the machine, and they're in the size large, and we laminate every single thing. Everything that we can that we want to reuse, we laminate everything. So that was very helpful when it came to storing them, when it came to now reusing it for another year. I always recommend lamination. So at this point, I just took a pile of green paper and I'm cutting it in the shape of leaves. I'm really just freehanding at this point because we don't have time for that. And then I did the same thing with the trunk of the tree. I just took 3 different types of brown and just stacked them up and freehanded those as well, because these are things that I didn't laminate. So here you'll see me looking back and forth. I'm just looking at my phone because I'm looking at the picture from last year of what I did with the door, and I realized there's a lot of things I did different. But it was perfectly okay. It's a new year, so why not try something new? But I will keep cutting the camber because this is the entryway to our door, and a lot of teachers kept coming back and forth. So you'll see me cut and you'll see something else added to the door afterwards. By the time I got to do the letters, I just used a strip of tape, taped it over the letters, and then taped it straight on the door. I wasn't able to film that because a few people were walking back and forth, but that was so much simpler to make sure that the whole word was straight. And I definitely do that again because earlier I was doing one letter at a time. But here I'm adding all the letters of each kid. Later on, I'm going to add all their pictures next to each of their beginning letters, but for right now, we don't have any of the kids' pictures, so I have to wait to at least the first or second day of school to do that. So the moral of the story is, make sure you don't spend too long on your door decorations. Like me.